And while that's happening, I'm going to talk a little bit about middle school counseling. Is that okay with y'all? Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So I'm a middle school counselor, as I said. Thank you. And I often think, what would little Mac, the younger version of myself, think about me becoming a middle school counselor? Because I always wanted to be a writer, and I hated kids. But I don't think that little Mac should be surprised that I became a middle school counselor, because I've always been a masochist. I've always been a masochist. I started running when I was 14 years old, and I tore both of my hamstrings long distance running. At 15, I got really into Russian literature. And at 17, I started writing 20-page essays on said Russian literature for no grade. Yeah. I have always been a masochist, which is why little Mac should not be surprised that I became a middle school counselor, because middle school counseling is the most masochistic profession there is. Okay? Are you familiar with Friedrich Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence? Yes. Amy is, yeah. For those who don't know, it is the idea that events will repeat themselves over time in the exact same way for all of eternity. Middle school counseling is the eternal recurrence of puberty. The stakes have never been higher, the armpits have never been stinkier, and no one has concept of deodorant. Every day is like an adolescent version of Days of Our Lives. It's a constant roller coaster of ups and downs, highs and lows, friendship, intimacy, and betrayal, intimacy and betrayal. It's like one day, oh, I love Susie. I want to be with her every day in class and have the same exact schedule as her the next day. I hate Susie. She cheated on me with she stole my boyfriend. The next day, I love Susie. I want to be with her every day and rent an apartment with her in New York and live with her forever. Next day, I hate Susie. She should kill herself. All with incessant references to Skibbity Toilet. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's fucked. Yeah, so middle school counseling is the eternal recurrence of puberty, which is a special type of hell. But we survived all of that, didn't we? Did we all survive middle school? Barely. Some of you didn't. Some of you didn't. I'm not going to judge you. It's okay. You can drop out at the middle school level. It's fine. I barely survived, to be honest, so I'm going to get dark for a second. But this is the mental health show. Can I get dark? Is that okay? All right. This is a little after middle school, but if any of you wanted to die before, I think that's a theme. Anyone wanted to die? Give it up if you've wanted to die. Sweet. I'm glad we haven't done it, because we're all here. Yeah, I've wanted to die in my life, and when I was 14, I wanted to die so bad that I almost stepped in front of a car. But at that moment, I stopped myself, and I said, you know what, Mac? Your future might be bright. You know, it could be hopeful. You don't know what it's going to bring. And I wonder now what that little Mac, would think of me. 33, divorced, and taking improv classes. I think they probably would have stepped in front of that car. But I'm glad they didn't, because I love improv and my teacher's right there. Let's roll in.